What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my producer Dan is here. We were talking about whether or not you should ask about finances on a first date. Now, I would say on a first date, maybe not, but maybe by the third date. You know, I think certain questions we do ask, like, oh, well, what do you do for a living? Of course, you want to know things like that. But I don't know if I would jump right into, do you rent or own? What about you, Dan?
I mean, I think everything has to do with it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you rent or own is an absolutely crazy question. I would never ask that. But I understand trying to have hard conversations immediately because, I mean, dating is tough and you kind of want to like whittle out who's for you, who's not. And also, from my perspective, I don't want to just take you out to dinner and then I never talk to you again. I don't want this just to be a charity dinner.
Well, thank God you're engaged, right?
That's a fact.
You know what? I'm a realtor, though, so maybe I would ask somebody, like, are you a homeowner?
Funny.
I mean...
Yeah, then you can offer some legal advice.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not a lawyer.
Not legal, sorry. Then you can offer some
I
advice.
definitely am not allowed to do that. That would be a violation of my fiduciary duties. All right. Well, anyway, what do you guys think? 800-292-5150. Cody, what do you think?
Well, I talk about relationships a lot and eliminating as many red flags as possible to make sure the relationship goes as far as it can. So if two people understand that they want to date each other, the first date, I feel like second date, you should be able to ask as many uncomfortable questions as possible.
What about
So,
a credit score? Would you ask a credit score?
I mean, if that's something that's important to someone, then yes.
Okay. All right. So nothing's...
To me, it's like you don't want to get your feelings involved, and then those things come up later. That will break y'all up.
Okay, so you feel like anything that's important, if finances are important to you, then those are questions you should ask early.
Finances, sexual stuff, like all the stuff that people break up for later because they're not honest in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, yes, it's a green light to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for calling. Hey, Alana, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What do you think about asking those financial questions early on a first date?
So I just that we tiptoe around finances, and we should not. Definitely not. I don't think it's inappropriate that he asked that. I don't know how he asked it, but I don't think it's inappropriate.
Okay. Do you rent or own your apartments? Was his question?
Yeah, I mean, I would answer because, even asking what do you do for a profession, that's sizing someone up, I think.
Okay. All right. He's direct and to the point. All right. Well, thank you for calling. Hey, Memo, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, doing great.
What do you think about asking financial questions on a first date?
I think it's inappropriate, personally, because from experience, I've ran into women that I would take out to eat, and they will ask me how much you make a month or a yearly salary, like either or. I feel like they're both inappropriate questions. I feel like that's something we should hold off on until we move in together, or maybe we get into a year, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe before you move in together. What about if they ask your credit?
That too.
What about your credit? What if they ask what's your credit score?
Ooh, that's that. You stumped me with that one, but I think credit score is all right. I think that's an okay question because not everybody credit is there. Credit could balance out from one person to another. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that credit, when it comes to credit, is a team thing. You know what I mean? Whether you guys are individual people or not.
Okay. All right. So some things you could ask, but not how much you make. You don't like that.
Yeah, no, I don't like that. I find that very inappropriate.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.